Hey, this is the Entertainment Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is the topic of, does technology make movies better? So for this video, I'm going to explain in a simple and straightforward way the topic of, does technology, things like 3D glasses, IMAX movies, all that type of stuff, does it actually make movies better? Or does it just serve as a gimmick? Is what I'll be discussing in a simple and straightforward way so anyone can understand it. So now I mention that, let's get started. So when it comes to answering a question, I can't completely say yes or no, but for the most part, I could definitely say no. Technology definitely does not make movies better. If anything, I feel it makes things worse because this is one of the biggest problems with entertainment since this millennium has started. Is that it is just everyone nowadays compared to even previous decades of the last, of course, millennium, the thousands, like obviously you have the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, all that type of stuff. Even compared to that era, ever since the year 2000, and of course on to the year we're living in now, to 2026. The truth of the matter is, everyone in the entertainment industry is obsessed with technology. Everything is going to be better with technology. We're going to create more 3D animated movies, like you saw for the beginning of this decade, with things like Finding Nemo and The Incredibles. Another one could obviously be, aside from those two, um, for the beginning of this, could be something like obviously Fishtail, all that type of stuff. Like all those things that came out at that era, and even to now. The truth of the matter is, everybody in the entertainment industry, whether it could be 3D animated movies, 3D movies, like you go in and you can actually see things through 3D, see the movie, experience the movie in 3D, to of course, let's not forget, of course, IMAX, don't really make the movies really any better, okay? Because you can have all those technology stuff, and even though people might make the argument it enhances the experience, which I do acknowledge it does enhance the experience, which is why I said I can't completely say yes and no for the answer to this video. But for the most part, definitely when it comes to, does technology make movies better, I would say no. Because um at the same time, not only does it create a situation where you can create something very good, and it still sucks, you know, in terms of technology, like something has that has good technology, but the storyline just absolutely freaking sucks dick, let's keep it real. It also creates an incentive for companies to say, okay, we'll just develop better technology and let's not focus on actually having a good quality story. Okay, which of course we can clearly see happening all the time. All these movies are full of non-stop explosions, really great CGI effects and all that type of stuff, which is good, but at the same time, to be quite blunt and honest with you, when you actually watch a story, you know, and stuff, it's not very good at all. And that's what I'm trying to get across here. So to sum things up, without a shadow of a doubt, I definitely, highly, truly do believe, to be quite blunt and honest with you, that yes, 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 I do believe technology does not make movies any better. Okay, it doesn't. And if anything, it just encourages companies to be lazy and say, we're just going to develop better technology instead of putting the effort into coming up with a script that's actually really enjoyable to watch. And that's exactly what I'm trying to get across here, which is so fucking stupid, but that's how a lot of these companies think because they're fucking dumb. And that's honest truth here. So to sum things up, I don't believe it actually will make um things any better. I just think it's just gonna make, if anything's things worse, if anything. And no, I'm not anti-technology. Just to make it clear, I believe technology is good, but it shouldn't be the main thing to really bring people into a movie. What should bring people into the movie is the actual quality of it, like the actual delivery of it. Like, does it have a good story? Does it good have action scenes as well? Is there a good balance between the two? Like, does it have anything that really makes it really enjoyable to watch? Okay, and that's exactly what I'm trying to get across here. Okay, instead of just saying, "Oh, we're just gonna have the best, flashiest technology, like 8K, high definition for the movie, a movie where you can actually see characters come out of the screen and all that type of stuff. You like that's the way of thinking is so 2000s. It's ridiculous. I think at this point we've passed that stage as people who consume movies, um, and stuff. When it comes to that way of thinking, we're past that stage. That's such an outdated way of thinking. In 2026, I'm certain we're realizing what people for the longest time, even at that era, were saying. The older people at that era, like in the 2000s, were saying, like you need to focus more on the actual story and not just technology. And people didn't pay attention to them back then. Okay, and now as a result, you know, it created a lot of crappy movies, and now we're learning again that what those people were saying was actually true. So to sum things up, no, I don't believe technology makes movies better. If anything, I think it makes things worse because it just encourages laziness, and even the other issue, like I was getting at before, for it, you know, as well, for it as well when it comes to the negative effect it has on movies in general. Or to sum things up, that's the exact issue. It just encourages laziness. It just encourages laziness and people to not really do anything, and you say, "Oh, we have the best technology for this," and not actually focus on the actual delivery of the movie. And that's the honest truth here. So, in short, to sum things up, does technology make movies better? Definitely not. Um, and the lesson that there is to learn from this video is that what makes something good is the actual quality of the story and the ideas. Not just saying we're just gonna have the best technology or something like for 4D movies, 5D movies, 6D movies, or something like that. The best way to produce the best movie is simply put it having a good storyline and developing your craft so you can come up with good ideas quicker and more easily, so you don't have to, of course, you know take like forever to make something of good quality. And that's the truth. So to sum things up, put in effort to come up with a good story, is the best way to make a good movie, is the honest truth. Okay, instead of just focusing on technology, as that way of thinking is very toxic, and is the reason why entertainment sucks now, or at least a contributing reason for why entertainment sucks now, specifically in the form of movies. So anyway, this is my video. This is all I have to say, and simply put it, if you like this video, remember to thumbs this video up and then subscribe button. And that's all I have to say for this video, and simply put, I'm out. So bye.